The scene opens with billionaire Lex Luthor in an exclusive interview, unveiling a hidden message from Superman's birth parents, Jor-El and Lara Lorvan. In it, they reveal that they sent their son to conquer Earth and take many wives to restore the Kryptonian race and to rule over humans. The revelation shocks the world, and the once-beloved Superman quickly becomes its most hated figure. In an ironic twist, Superman confronts Lex Luthor, not about the accusations, but about the mysterious disappearance of a dog. Knowing Lex would never reveal the truth, Superman makes the ultimate move. He willingly surrenders and ends up imprisoned in a pocket universe. Welcome to Sandy's Timeline. Today we're covering the 2025 action thriller Superman. Don't forget to subscribe. Let's dive in. We rewind a few days before the events in Metropolis. Clark Kent, better known as Superman, intervenes in a brewing conflict, stopping the nation of Baravia from invading its neighbor, Jarhanpur. Standing before Baravia's president, Vasil Gurkos, Superman delivers a clear warning: leave Jarhanpur in peace or face him directly. In Metropolis, Superman faces his first true defeat at the hands of a powerful metahuman known as the Hammer of Baravia. But this foe is no accident. He is secretly controlled by billionaire engineer Lex Luthor and his team. After years of studying Superman, Lex has learned to anticipate nearly every move, making victory almost impossible. Wounded and weakened, Clark retreats to the Fortress of Solitude in Antarctica. Barely holding on, he lets out a piercing whistle that summons his loyal super-powered dog, Krypto. Dragging him inside, Krypto brings Clark to the fortress's healing chambers, where robotic attendants bathe him in concentrated solar radiation to restore his strength. For comfort, they play a recording from his birth parents, Jor-El and Lara Lorvan, who had sent him to Earth to escape Krypton's destruction. But the message was damaged during its long journey, can only play the first half, leaving its full meaning forever incomplete. But on his return journey, Superman is unknowingly tracked by one of Lex's elite assassins, Angela Spica. A dangerous shapeshifter with the ability to manipulate and conjure machines into deadly weapons, Spica shadows him all the way back to Antarctica. Once there, she secretly relays the location of the Fortress of Solitude to Lex, setting the stage for his next move. We then shift focus to Clark Kent's everyday life. By day, Superman blends in as a reporter at one of Metropolis's most renowned newspapers. With the help of his glasses, subtly manipulating perception, no one recognizes him as the Man of Steel. Ironically, Clark has become one of the outlet's most famous reporters thanks to his uncanny ability to land exclusive interviews with Superman, who is, of course, just himself. We also learn more about his personal life. Clark is in a romantic relationship with fellow reporter Lois Lane. Unlike the rest of the world, Lois knows his true identity, and their bond adds both comfort and complexity to Superman's double. Superman agrees to sit down for an interview, but what begins as a conversation quickly turns into an argument when Lois presses him on the legal and ethical consequences of his intervention in Baravia. Elsewhere, Lex sets his next plan in motion. He unleashes a monstrous kaiju, a strange beast that grows larger and more destructive the more it feeds. The attack serves as a distraction while Lex, Angela Spica, and the Hammer of Baravia infiltrate the Superman's fortress. Inside, they overwhelm Superman's robots, capture Krypto, and allow Angela to hack into the fortress's advanced systems. In doing so, she uncovers the damaged Kryptonian message and restores the missing portion. Meanwhile, Superman battles on the streets of Metropolis alongside the Justice Gang, Green Lantern, Mr. Terrific, and Hawkgirl. As Superman struggles to contain the creature, he insists on capturing it alive. But Mr. Terrific makes the call to kill the beast, declaring it too massive and uncontrollable to be spared. At the same time, Lex seizes the opportunity. He broadcasts the fully restored Kryptonian message to the entire world. Superman listens in shock as the second half plays, a revelation that could turn humanity against him forever. Public opinion quickly turns against Superman, fueled by the broadcasted Kryptonian message, and worsened when he angrily confronts Lex in search of Krypto. He surrenders himself to the US government, but instead of standing trial, they secretly handed him over to Lex, who imprisons him inside an artificial pocket universe, an elaborate construct where Lex keeps his most dangerous enemies, including Krypto. There, Superman is locked away alongside the metahuman Metamorpho. To break him, Lex exploits Metamorpho's love for his infant son Joey, forcing him to transmute one of his hands into kryptonite. Helpless and weakened, Superman endures brutal questioning, and Lex goes to an extent of murdering one of his supporters, Malik Ali. The horror of the act pushes Metamorpho to turn against Lex, on one condition, that Superman save Joey and help them both escape. Meanwhile, Lois convinces Mr. Terrific to mount a rescue mission. Together, they breach the Pocket Universe, retrieving Superman, Metamorpho, and Krypto just as the artificial world collapses in on itself. Lois brings Superman back to Smallville, where he recuperates with his adoptive parents, Jonathan and Martha Kent. Seeing his son broken and demoralized, Jonathan reminds him of the truth. It is not the message from Krypton that defines him, but his own choices and actions. Luthor's girlfriend Eve Teschmacher, secretly infatuated with Daily Planet photographer Jimmy Olsen, provides Jimmy with evidence that Lex has been aiding Baravia in exchange for half of Jarhanpur's territory. When Lex discovers her betrayal, he imprisons Eve and unleashes his next gambit, opening an unstable portal to the Pocket Universe. The rift tears through Metropolis, splitting the city in half and drawing Superman back. Superman dispatches Green Lantern, Hawkgirl, and Metamorpho to halt Baravia's renewed invasion of Jarhanpur. In the battle, Hawkgirl slays President Vassal Gurkos, while Green Lantern extends an invitation for Metamorpho to join the Justice Gang. Back in Metropolis, Superman and Mr. Terrific face off against Angela Spica and the Hammer of Baravia. After defeating Angela, Superman makes a chilling discovery. The Hammer is not merely an enemy soldier, but a clone of himself, engineered by Lex. With Krypto's help, Superman ultimately overpowers the Hammer, casting him into the black hole beneath the rift. At Lex's headquarters, Mr. Terrific manages to seal the dimensional rupture. Cornered, Lex reveals the truth. He orchestrated the Jarhanpur conflict to frame Superman, driven by envy of the alien's admiration and influence. Superman challenges his twisted ideology, but Lex remains defiant until Krypto subdues him. With Lex and his associates arrested, Lois and Jimmy expose his schemes to the public, finally clearing Superman's name. Those trapped within the Pocket Universe, including Eve, are freed. In the aftermath, Lois confesses her love for Clark. As Superman recovers in the Fortress of Solitude, his cousin Kara Zor-El stumbles in drunkenly to retrieve Krypto, leaving Clark bemused. His robots then comfort him with a touching gift, recovered footage of his childhood on Earth with Jonathan and Martha Kent, reminding him once again of who he truly is. If you enjoyed this recap, don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe, and ring the bell so you never miss the next deep dive. This has been Sandy's Timeline. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.